Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video we are going to be doing a first impressions of another RT set that I picked up whilst I was in a art store called The Range. I believe it is in the UK because I also did see it in Morrison's, which is like a supermarket, about the same price, so there's no loss there. It is £4.99. I'm just going to go through and review and see what it's like because this is actually out of my territory. I have done pottery before, but it involved the pottery wheel and I only did it for about a week until we moved on to the next project. But I just thought it'd be a bit of fun because you can make pots out of it, and that's the main goal because I have so many plants in my house that I'm running out of pots. And instead of going to my work to buy some or anywhere else to buy some, I thought it'd be kind of cool to make my own because then it's unique to me. At the front it does say you have 2 pieces of ceramic, enough to make 2 ceramic pieces, as well as a 24-page book, so I'm hoping that this will contain everything that I need. I did quickly check, I cannot remember, I have not opened it either. I'm literally just going to wait until this video. So on the front it just gives you examples of what you can make. You can make like kind of jewellery stands, plates, pots, some hanging leaves, hanging feathers. And on the back it just tells you basically the information and the materials that you get with it. A booklet on how to create jewellery, and including that golden bowl on the front of the page, and even a glowing tea lighthouse. Marble coasters, festival looking bunting, and a lot more. Apparently you have everything that you need in this set. What it actually includes is 300 grams of air dried clay, 2 sheets of rose gold foil, 2 paints, glue, a paintbrush, and obviously a 24-page book. So what we're going to do is open this up and see what it actually looks like. Obviously you can see roughly what it is going to include in the box, but when you actually physically like to touch it, it feels a lot more real. I only just realised on the back it says £12.99, so even though I got charged £4.99, maybe that's like the retail price, whereas this how they sold it to me, I don't know. It didn't seem to be on sale, should we say that. Okay, that is everything. Right, so immediately we can see the colours, the clay, the pots, the instructions are underneath. That was really Brazilian, I apologise. The paintbrush that never wanted to stay in its pot. I'm just gonna... And we've got, I'm guessing that's the rose gold paper, and like I said, the instruction book, which all looks quite professional. I'm not sure what I think about this packaging, not gonna lie. Also, you're meant to rip it open. Oh, you know what? I'm such an idiot. For some reason, I thought you had to rip that off to get it all out, but you didn't have to. As you can see, there is 4 lots of clay, the paintbrush, paints, and then craft glue. Like, my mind went blank then. The one thing I did pop up into my head is, if I am making a clay pot and it is going to be air dry, will it affect me watering the plant? I would have thought there might be a little thing there, but I'm sure it'll explain it in the book, and which is what we're going to quickly open. Move those bits over there. So, as always, contents page, a welcome note, getting started is all available in the front. Okay, this is cool. It actually tells you about how to buy, if you want to buy air drying clay. It tells you about, you can get it from Minicrafts, whereabouts you can get it from. And it doesn't just tell you about this set, you can actually see multiple different ways So lots of tips and tricks on decoration, on the drying time, any other items you can make, and how to store unused clay, because obviously that's a very important thing when it comes to art materials. You don't want any waste, so you want to use pretty much 100% of anything, which is always a good note, because then it's not wasting, because art materials can be expensive, especially if you have to buy it in bulk to get it at the cheapest price. Okay, so in terms of the plates, they can only be used for decoration because they aren't food safe. So that is something to know. If you ever do want to make a bowl, you couldn't use it for food. Like the different items that you can make, you've got a page for each one. You've got the golden bowl, you've got like a sweet home glowing house. You've also got some marble coasters, some bunting that you can make, the leaves, I mean the feathers, that you can make for jewellery, and then you've got a tropical leaf dish. Oh, I'm awful today, I know, I'm terrible. Then you've also got the pot, which is probably what I'm going to be doing. Pictures are always a great bet for me, because I'm not going to say I don't like reading, but because I am dyslexic, reading can be a bit of a headache sometimes, and then I forget which step I'm on, and then it just ends up in a great big ball of mess. And plus pictures are easy to see, because obviously if it's falling apart and you look at the picture and go, oh, mine's not doing that, then you kind of go back and work it from there. And what else can you make? Is there any more after this? Oh, it's like a ring holder as well. And then a little picture of the art author and congratulations. Also looking through this, I realised that my idea of what happens if you water it with the plant inside. On this picture you can see it's in like a glass container, so it is pretty much just for decorative measures. I wonder if you could use it if you've got like a cactus or something that doesn't require a lot of watering. It does come with a list with saying things you need. Okay, so the smallest pot I've got is this one. It's about 8 centimetres, so I'm thinking it might not just go up as high. We'll just see how it goes, because worst case scenario, I do have pots that are smaller than this, but the way they're formed, they're just too small. So I think it's about a 5 centimetre one that goes into here, but a 7 centimetre pot. So at least there is that. Let's panic over. So my guess is 2 at the moment. I'll go for 2, and if I need to add any more in, which I probably will need to. Okay, so let's work the clay until, I'll say pliable. So first impression, it does feel quite, I want to say squidgy. It is quite hard in terms of texture. The colour looks alright actually. You probably don't actually need to paint it, but you do get given a white and black, because I quite like the terracotta colour. Okay, so it does say roll out the clay into a base. I don't have a roller. I just generally do not have a roller, so I'm going to use I normally use it anyway for rolling my ink out. What do you call it? My brain's just frazzled at the moment. My prints out, there you go. There's definitely a colour difference already between the pictures and the clay that I've got. I don't know if that's something. cut out a long rectangle of the clay that is 8.6 centimetres or 3 inches, 0.4 wide. Test the piece is long enough to roll the clay around your jar. Okay, so that's roughly about the right size and the right thickness. So I'm hoping this will actually wrap around. I just got to make sure it actually comes off the table as well, because that would be ironic. I know it's probably going to be a little bit thicker, but you know, it's fine. Okay, because my pot is slightly bigger, I'm not going to have enough space. One thing I can do, I'll just roll it out so I can see if it can get any thinner. Okay, bits of it are ripping quite easily, so I'm going to try and repair it for... did measure it out to be 8.6, but because my pot is slightly bigger, I thought it wouldn't fit. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go for it because my patience is wearing thin. I don't have much patience anyway. So, I mean, it's ripping, but it's fine. I mean, it's ripping, it's also cracking. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that for now and I'll come back. Okay, so I have left this clay pot to dry for to 3 days. It does say between 1 and 3 depending on weather, but I wanted to give it the full amount. It has dried and has stuck together, but there is quite a lot of cracking. I don't know what happened. It doesn't look too bad. I think I'll be able to fix it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue in using the glue, obviously. I'm going to use the craft glue into the crack and then paint over it just to make sure that it doesn't split anymore. Well, I'm hoping it won't split anymore because it will be fully dried. I was just reading back through the instructions and there's like, in terms of the writing bit, I feel like there's some bits that you've missed out that you can see visually on the pictures, but obviously I will talk about this at the very end for my conclusion. on the picture they've done the start of that pot onto the very bottom, but I decided to stick it on top just in case I wanted to stick anything, well, on top of it to make it look a bit more better. But I think it doesn't look that bad, really. I did chip a bit off the bottom, but you know, this is just one of those things I'm gonna have to get not used to. Use the gold paper, that's what I'm thinking, with the leftover clay. Just mould it into something, but we'll see. Just because of, well, since I've got it left over, I can do perspective to the items, because I think I did do the harder one of the selection that was made to offer. Saying that, there's one that's like a little house that you can do, but we'll see. Okay, that is it mostly covered. I can definitely tell I'm going to have to go over it a few more times. I'll bring you back for when I've done a couple more layers and it's completely dry for the next stage. Okay, so this pot is now to the point that it's dry. Painting wise, I did have to go over the white about 3 or 4 times. I mean, I don't think you can use it as a plant pot. In terms of a quick review, I will be doing this again because I've got like this much amount of clay left. I have put it in a sealed bag, so I should be able to reuse it. You can need to add a bit of water according to the instructions in the book, and then use it in a different piece. I think I'll be trying a plate one, something a bit more simple compared to this quite, I don't want to say complicated, but I think it's one of the more complicated ones they've got in the book. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be doing a full review on this, because also then I get 2 sides of it, and because I've been working with it a bit more, it means I can get a bit more of an opinion of it. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. And I hope to see you on my next video.